to Lamb Learning.
Hello, I'm Scotty the Seal, and I'm back with another episode where I help young artists learn how to draw their favourite characters. Well, I was walking through the park today when I fell down an old mine, and who saved me? Well, it was Minecraft Steve, and as a big thank you, let's draw a picture of him. Now, Minecraft Steve should be a really easy picture to draw. So, first of all, we're going to need a pencil, because the very first thing we're going to draw are a couple of rectangles, or maybe even a couple of lines to begin with. So, a rectangle is like either a squashed or tall square. So instead of having four sides that are the same, two of the sides are longer than the other two sides. So, let's draw two lines to begin with. So we're going to do one line down like that, and if you're not very good at drawing a straight line, well, you could get a ruler. But if you don't have a ruler, maybe you could get a cereal box and you use the side of a cereal box or even the side of a book to help you draw a straight line. You put the book down and then you run the pencil down the side of it, and that will help you to get your straight line. And then what you want is something like this. So when you've got your two lines, we're going to put a line at the top and a line at the bottom, and then we're going to add two more lines because we're going to break this up into three squares. So we're going to put one line here and one line here, so that gives us 1, 2, 3 squares. Now next we're going to put a line on the bottom square down the middle, because those are going to be Minecraft Steve's legs, and then at the very bottom we're going to put a line across because those are going to be Minecraft Steve's shoes. Next, we are going to do a couple of lines on the middle square because this is going to be Minecraft Steve's shirt, and he seems a little bit messy because his shirt is always untucked. So on the one side here, we're going to go one line down, then across, then down, and then across, and that is going to be Steve's untucked shirt. And also at the top, we're going to do one line down there and one line down there and put a line across, almost like a little tiny rectangle. And then another one, an even smaller rectangle just below, just like that. And that's going to be the colour of Minecraft Steve's shirt. Next, we need to draw his face. So we're going to do some more lines. It's all about the lines today. And we're going to do two lines down the middle like this. And the reason we're doing all these lines is actually to help you draw a really good picture really easily. And then we're going to put some lines across. So we're going to put one across for his hair, right across the top of his head like that. And then we're going to put two lines across, but those are going to be for his eyes. And then we're going to put one line across because that's going to be his nose right there in the middle, and those are going to be his eyes here. So we're going to split them two lines like that, and then we're going to put another line down the middle again like that. And then last of all, we're going to do one little line here so that we can do his beard. Now, if that seems a little bit complicated, don't worry. In fact, you don't have to do all this. You can draw in whatever face you want. But if you do want to draw a Minecraft face like this, all you got to remember is one line across for his hair, then two lines across for his eyes, and then one line across so that we can do his nose, and then at the bottom we draw in his little beard. And then when we colour all this in, you'll be able to see his face. And then last of all, we just need to do his arm. So we're going to do one rectangle next to his body on this side, and then we're going to put a line across at the top because that's going to be the top of his t-shirt. And then we don't want him just with both his arms down. That's a little bit boring. So we're going to put one line there and then one line underneath like that, because we're going to be having him waving, because Minecraft Steve is a very happy chappy. Now, that's everything done for the pencil work. Now let's get some colouring done. The first colour I'm going to get is a nice light blue colour. I am going to use my blue paintbrush, but you might want to use some crayons or pencil crayons or felt tip pens. But if you do use paints, make sure to ask permission from your mummy, your daddy, your granny, whoever is looking after you, because paints can get a little bit messy, and you certainly don't want to get any paints on the furniture. And an adult will most likely put down some paper and help you with your painting. So go and ask permission, and I'll wait for a second. In fact, you can pause the video and go and ask permission. Right, you're back? You're allowed to do it? Great, let's get started. Well, I have got my blue paintbrush, so let's get started. So I've got my light blue pen, and I'm going to use it to colour in Minecraft Steve's shirt. We're going to go around all these lines that we've done, and eventually all those lines are going to be covered up and you're not going to see most of them, and all that's going to be remaining is an awesome picture. Right, colour it in nice and quick like that. But if I go too quickly for you, just pause the video, and when you're ready, come back and join in again. Or if anything I said didn't make sense, you can rewind it and rewatch it. Oh, I'm just going to do his t-shirts. I'm going down there like that. Right, now the next colour I'm going to get is a darker, well, you can either use a darker blue or a purple. I think I'm going to go for a darker blue, and we're going to use these for Minecraft Steve's trousers. So I'm going to cross like that. Make sure not to go over his t-shirt like that. We're going to get our black pen a little bit later and go around it, so don't worry if you go over some of the line work. That is okay. I'll show you what to do very soon, because this is a nice quick picture. I don't think it's going to take us very long to do at all. Then we are going to get a light pinky colour for Steve's skin tone, and I'm just going to do one arm like this. Now you don't have to copy the colours I've used, you can use any colour you want. I am just copying the colours from the official Minecraft Steve that I know. The one that saved me today when I fell down the old mine shaft. And I'm very lucky that he come along and saved me. Otherwise I'll probably still be stuck down the hole now. Now I'm going to colour in his face. So I'm going to make sure that I don't go over his eyes. So either side of his eyes like that, and then the top of his head like this, not going over his hair. And I'm going to do a little square either side because his hair comes down a little bit. So I'm colouring in like that, and then under his eyes, but making sure not to go over his nose. Okay, we're going to do that in a darker pink colour. And then the only other colour we're going to need in a bit is a brown colour for his hair and his little beard, colouring the side of his face. Now you can see like a little square underneath his nose and above his beard, and that is where his mouth will be, and we're going to colour that in pink as well. And also you can see the little bit under his beard where the collar of his shirt goes. We're going to colour that in a pinky colour also. Right, so we've done that. Actually we're going to get a slightly darker pink, and we're going to colour in his nose just like that. And then earlier on I forgot, I need the same colour as his trousers, because those are the colour of his eyes. So I'm going to get my blue again and colour in his eyes just like this. 1, 2. We're almost done. Now we need a brown colour. This is for his hair and his beard. So colouring in the top of his head just like that. Nice and easy, straight across. And then remember them little squares at the edge. Just like that. And then his beard. So that's one side. Another side. Go down and across. We're almost there. We're almost done. Can you see him? Can you see Magic Steve starting to appear? Magic Steve, what am I on about? Minecraft Steve. Though a lot of you might think he's magic, you know, the amazing buildings that he creates, with your help of course. Now, last of all, I'm just going to get a grey colour, because Minecraft Steve has grey shoes, just like that. And last of all, I'm going to get my black felt tip pen, because I'm going to go around the picture and just tidy it up. So first of all, I've got my black pen, and I'm going to go down and around the edges. I'm going to start with his head, and then I'm going to go around his hair. You don't have to do this if you're happy with how your picture looks and you're not very confident drawing around the edges like I am. Then leave it. Just leave it how you've done it, and that's great. Or you could even get a parent or a carer or a teacher, whoever's looking after you. Maybe they'll go around and do what I'm doing. If so, hello. Thank you for joining in. Your child is a very good, talented little artist. All you gotta do is go all around the edges, just like I'm doing right now. And go down to the shirt, just like that. And then we're gonna go down one side of the body, other side of the body, then across the t-shirt, and remember that it goes down just like that, and shoes, and then a line down the middle of his trousers, and then just around his arms, and we're very almost done. And then his waving arm, and there you go. There is Minecraft Steve. I hope you are very, very happy with your drawing. Now, as you also know, if you've been watching all my videos, I always like to finish with a little bit of writing. And we're going to write Minecraft Steve's name. Now, we're not going to write Minecraft Steve because that is far too long. We're just going to write Steve. So first of all, we are going to write the letter S, and it's going to be a big S because all names start with a capital. So to do an S, we are going to do, it's almost like the number 8, but instead of doing the whole number 8, we're going to start on one side, but instead of joining it up, we're going to leave it just like that. So we're going to leave that little bit of a gap, and that is a big capital S. Then we need a T, which is really easy because it's just a line down and a line across at the top. Then we need an E, which is just like a circle, but you don't join it up there, you just put a line across the middle. Then you need a V, very simple, you go down and back up, and then another E. Again, we're going to do a circle, but we're not going to join it up, but we'll put a line across the middle, and there we go, Minecraft Steve. How did you do? Did you have fun? Great! Join me again soon for more drawing videos. Bye!
Little Lamb Learning.